with Tao healing techniques and blessings. I giggle because I just love that. The power to heal is the power we all carry and possess, and we can share with others. So, my name is Katherine O'Shea. I welcome you. I am a Tao Healing Hands practitioner, a Tao Source communicator, and really want to just be here to be of service and to bring love, light, and healing to myself and to others. So I say bring it to myself and to others because when we heal one, we heal all. So my focus on this show is to really bring this healing, this source healing, this possibility to all of you to share, and to specific people who will be my guests on this show. So our guests, actually. So I'm going to invite our very special guest on today in a moment. But first, I just want to share a big welcome to all of you. And, this show was just really given to me in meditation. And so I'm just hitting the ground running a little bit. And I appreciate you watching, tuning in, sharing this with others, and just being along for the journey. So just sharing this on social media that I was looking for people to join me in this adventure, in this journey. I received a response from several people, and one of them, who will be our guest today, it was really, really powerful because he too is offers beautiful service to so many people who are in need of that love, that healing. And he has special gifts and tools and a beautiful way of offering his service. And it reminded me that as healers, which we're all healers, but if you're putting yourself out there in that service of really actively serving others, you really also need to remember that you also need this healing and this support. And as healers, all of us can come together and offer this service to one another. So it really opened my heart to even examining, like, ooh, on this healing journey, what could I be needing some healing and support with that I'm not paying attention to? So I say all this just to say we're all doing this together. Nobody is higher than the other one. We really, really join hearts and souls together to heal one another. And when we do it together, it can be so powerful. So the focus of this show and this segment that I'll be offering is to really do that. And to also demonstrate, Tao healing. And what is Tao healing? So Tao is really a term in this way used as source. It's not the religious Tao, but it does, really encompass so many attributes of so many different ways to heal in so many different paths. So it is open to all, and it is really about that source healing. And everyone can have a special connection to the source and connect to it in their own unique way of what that is, what that looks like in their life, what they connect to that in their heart within. So I'm really connecting to that. And I'm going to be using Tao Healing Hands, which is probably a new modality to many. I've been a Tao Healing Hands practitioner for 11 years almost. And I share this because it's made such an impact in my life. And it can really be paired with any other kind of healing, sound healing, Reiki, so many different types of healing out there, and it's all really, really amazing. For me, by adding this Tao healing and the Tao hands, it really, really, really accelerated my healing journey. I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer when I was younger, and I did go through the medical Western way to heal. And I knew inside there was something more, and there was a deeper reason and a deeper path opening up for me as to why this was occurring. This health challenge was happening in my life. So this landed me in Hawaii. I searched everywhere. I tried so many different things, and lots of them really helped me. It guided me. I was guided to go to Hawaii And the day after I got there, I stumbled upon Tao Hands Healers. I was able to receive a blessing and experience a little bit, and had no idea how much that was really going to crack open for me in my life. I went to this center and started in Hawaii and started using these techniques to heal and to self-heal and to receive the Tao Hands blessings, and much, much more I'm going to share on this show, the Tao Healing Calligraphy. There's so many tools. And all of it is connecting to that source frequency, vibration, and positive information that we all carry within every single cell, every single space, every single aspect of us. But we are human beings in this experience, and there can be interference. There can be mud on the window. There can be these lessons we've come to learn and overcome and heal through and help others through, and all the layers, right? So, as I started doing this and practicing very quickly, I started experiencing transformation in my life, meaning my emotions were more balanced, in balance. My relationships were harmonizing, ones that I was really having a hard time with, which we all know, I think, can relate to that in our life. They are our greatest blessings, aren't they? Our greatest teachers, those relationships. And my need for medicine decreased significantly and consistently, started to decrease, where my doctor was saying, I don't really want to know what you're doing, but whatever you're doing, keep doing it. So I just wanted to share that little piece with all of you, to share with you how I got to this moment with y'all, and how and why I feel inspired to share this. And I honor all healing paths, and everyone's journey as a unique journey. I know how much this has impacted my life, and really brought forward so many other ways and so many other things, and really connecting to my true nature. And I'm constantly working on it and constantly continuing to heal, and, really stepping deeper into what I feel like I've come here to do. And I'm always discovering, as I heal, new things about myself. Really, after I started healing the stuff with my thyroid, and all of those things started happening for me, that's when the animal communication came forward for me in a powerful way. And some of you might know me, and if you've seen me before, I mostly do animal communication and animal healing. That's like my focus. So that's really when that came forward. I had it in my childhood and throughout my life, but when I started to heal and remove some of that interference, the light was shining so bright, and I started to receive information and wisdom and guidance, and everything, all the things started to happen in that alignment. So enough of that. Thank you for allowing me to share. I love sharing that. I'm very, very, very grateful for Tao Hands and all the Tao healing and what it's brought to my life. And so in later episodes and sessions and these segments, we're going to get more into the layers of Tao healing and all of the origin of it and all the things. But for now, I would love, love, love to invite my very special guest on today. His name is Pepique, and I'm very excited for everybody to meet him. He's going to share a little bit about himself, his journey as a healer, as this beautiful, bright being in the world, and also what he wants support with. And we're going to actually, on the spot, do some healing, live healing blessings today. And we're going to do some spiritual readings and see how we can support Pepique, and you can all come along and be part of it. So without further ado, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. Happy for sharing your journey and experiences with Tao healing as well. That's enlightening to me. It is new to me as well, it sounds like. So yeah, but so just a little bit about myself then. Began a spiritual journey about 12, and I was heavily drinking and drugging, doing all that stuff in my late teens up through my late 20s. And at that age, I decided to doing that, and alcohol was my primary vice, and so a traditional support group to help with that. But through that, began to develop this connection to to higher realms, and at that point I had to latch on out to God and all the things that I'd heard, and traveling in France and other places during that time, which I had quit drinking. And France is not as fun when you can't enjoy the wine, I will say. But I spiritual journey there, and I searched, went into churches and all these things, like, what am I doing in here? Yeah, those are great. It's not where I found what I needed to find. A bit later, as I just started to search, and I started to get honest with myself and start to release a lot, to notice this quiet connection. And it started to remember, was a kid, where I just become very watchful of nature, and just the everything, I guess, the everything around, I guess, a lot of places, but just started to explore that and started to notice that within. As I cleared some of the fog, as they say, get more into discovering that deeper side of myself, it started to recognizing some of my shadows, and a lot of anger came up, and all pressing essentially through escapism and drinking and drugging and all of that stuff. They started to surface, and I was like, well, what does one do with all of this stuff? As a coping mechanism, what exactly do they mean by let it go? Just well, what does that mean? All these deep questions I started seeking healing. I just really opened my mind, and fast forward a bit, I wound up at the Boulder Psychic Institute. They had a free healing class called Self. I would highly recommend, actually, anybody do. But it's just the beginnings of energy, just kind of how to protect your field, and spirituality 101, for energy fields. And I went, and I was like, okay, I kind of like it here. So I signed up for their clairvoyant class. I did another year, and I graduated their clairvoyant program, and then I went into their transmediumship. I did about 2 years of their transmediumship program, and during the acutonics, which is a tuning fork modality based off of traditional, and using sound healing vibration, and I just decided to. I stopped the transmediumship program and just went into self-discovery. Continued my self-healing. Still to this day, I continue my self-healing constantly. Started opening my services to others, and many different types of people, even a little bit in animals for a while. But what I've nestled in and settled to be a recovery service for alcoholics and drug, something to go along with what they're doing. Recovery program. Excuse me, I have a sinus infection.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The recovery programs are amazing, and they have their place. They will lead spirituality and the quest to find those deeper core reasons just in the first place. And that's what I do, is to help spiritually guide for themselves in a nurturing way that allows them to vibration and go on a self-exploration journey. Really immersive sound healing environment. There's a lot of energy work and clairvoyant reading and pulling ancestors and whatever. It's a very channeled experience and individual for every. That's what I've landed on, and that is the
That's beautiful.
very abridged version. But yeah, the day.
I know. I feel like we could just talk about this the whole time.
Totally.
It's so amazing. Your audio is cutting in and out a tiny bit. So I don't know if you can make an adjustment for that or not, but I'm catching what you're saying. It's just chopped up a little bit. So basically, well, I'm just really touched by your story. Basically, it's really, really amazing. And what I was connecting to as you're sharing is who you are with a sinus infection, like serving, coming on, joining us, sharing about your story. It's so beautiful. Thank you for coming on. Lots of times we can let things like that stop us from receiving the healing. But here you are, you showed up even though you made me feel 100%. And what I was really, really getting is I think it's so true is if we turn around and become in service to others who could be facing challenges that we have faced or know deeply about, it is really so healing for everybody. And I think that's so powerful that you share about your struggles and your journey and all the things and just like waking up basically, and then really focusing on healing yourselves and empowering yourself to do so in such an amazing way and going even deeper, and then turning around and being like, I'm going to share this with others and really share what I've been given and what I have received in my healing journey to open that up to share with others. And I think this is really what this is all about, is really, opening our hearts to do that and to share it and allowing people to receive how they're ready, and, people who want to receive and when they're ready and how they're ready to receive. I think it's so powerful. I would love everybody to go check out. I feel like we could talk about what you do forever because I went and Googled it and saw your website, and it's so amazing, and I just love it. So I want everyone to take a moment to write this down, or put it in your browser real quick, and I'll share it again at the end too. On the lighter note, as his non-for-profit service company, organization, business, it's amazing. And I say all that because it's like literally an entire experience. He has this amazing, he's on wheels. He could travel, his healing center is mobile. It's just so amazing. And there will be an opportunity for anyone who wants to receive support through On the Lighter Note, or also contribute and give this support to other people in the community. So I just wanted to take a moment to share that and really thank you for sharing your experience. And so what can we help you with today?
So, in reaching out to you originally, right. In reaching out to you originally, you had a little thing you put out to the community here in Colorado. I felt called to respond. I like you were saying earlier about the healer just kind of needing support. To me, it always brings up the concept of the blind spot, right? So like we see so much of the other people and and other beings, but there's a blind spot that happens when it comes to my own vessel. I focus on a lot of the emotional and spiritual type of healings and real stuff. One of my blind spots for healing is the physical and where things are manifesting as a physical issue, particularly I do have significant, neck and back normal stuff, pain, and I just tend to ignore it. A particular thing that's been bothering me for a number of years that I think I would like to focus on with you, an old groin injury, which it's old enough that I can't tell when it started, but I did jiu-jitsu for a number of years, and it's an intermittent issue where some days it's really okay, and some days it's pretty. I have a 12-year-old or 11-year-old, almost 12, is in soccer, and so this past couple of seasons, I did soccer when I was a kid, so I've been out trying to run with him, and man, like sometimes it'll really get bad, and it's just a kind of a thorn in my side to address and overcome and heal, and so that was just, I was hoping to come around that and see if there's any type of energy blockages we can release to help heal that physical ailment there.
Perfect. I love it. Yes. Let's do that. That's perfect. It's so funny how we can have these things for like, when they're intermittent like that. I mean, you're like, I have an idea how long it's been. It could be decades. It could be, it's amazing. And
Right?
Lots of times for me, when it's released, I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea I was in like that much pain for so many years until it heals. It's a beautiful part of the healing journey. Yes, let's focus on that. So it's which side? Your left side?
My left side, yeah.
Okay. So left groin. All right, perfect. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to share with everybody a little bit, and then we'll do the healing. And I'll kind of ask for an evaluation from you at this moment too, Pepique. So if you can tune into that, how you're feeling in that area at this time. Really what the source, the Tao healing does is it addresses things on the soul. So what is the soul? Well, the soul is spirit. Yes. And it's also information and message. This is kind of more of like a quantum-y, science-y way to talk about it, right? Your soul carries information and a message, and some it can carry from lifetime to lifetime to lifetime, right? It can also be carried, information can be carried in the soul of your DNA. Everyone and everything has a soul. That is basically what this is based on. Meaning everything has a spirit, everything carries information, everything carries a message. And that message and information informs the energy, and the energy, right, informs the matter. So it's kind of like really bringing that healing on the soul level first, which is the base level, and then having that also heal on the energy level, and then really manifest as healing on the physical level. So when you've gotten to a physical pain, it's like that information that your cells and your DNA and your spirit, your lifetimes carry, has already manifested into this physical message, right? So it is affecting the energy and all of those things. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little spiritual reading, and I'm just going to connect, and I'm hearing, connect to the divine, if you're comfortable with that, and God, and see what information we can receive, either from your Akashic records, or for those of you who are like, I don't know, previous lifetimes, it doesn't resonate with you. It's okay. Just let that part go. You don't have to believe in it. It's all right. Don't worry. And we'll just connect to that and receive the information in what we can do. And then we'll do the healing. This is not going to be the first time that we're going to meet. We're going to follow up and do a couple more shows with Pepique, because when we originally met, I did do a quick reading to see how many times we should meet for there to be a shift, because sometimes it's instant, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes we have to receive. There's layers to everything, right? So sometimes when we clear one layer, then the other layer appears to be healed as well. That's why sometimes I think when people receive healing and they're like, it's worse, I'm like, no, it's not worse. It's just a different opportunity. Like we might not even gotten to that layer if we didn't heal the first layer, right? So I think sometimes that's a hard concept, but we're going to work on this. And Pepique, I just ask that you be present and receive your own experience and whatever feedback you want to share, or, just obviously just you're going to be really honest in your expression of your experience. So, okay, everybody. So let's close your eyes if you want to be present, and just kind of connect and ask for any wisdom or guidance to receive towards the root cause of Pepique's left groin injury. So I don't know how old you are, but I keep seeing it might have happened around like your 20s or early 20s.
Could have been. I really have no way
25,
to
26.
quantify when it happened. I'm 40 now, so it might have been. It really could. I think that's when I was training the hardest. Was in.
Yeah. Okay. How? This is the divine's message for the root cause of this beloved one's groin injury. This is an injury connected to past lifetimes, different areas of and aspects of combat, fighting, and more. So I'm being shown, lifetimes, and also this could be connected to your, this is connected to your ancestral stuff too. But where, there are times where we had to preserve our communities and our everything, and we didn't have a choice but to go to battle. And there are times where that was something that you had to do. And I'm being shown that it's connected to that and the area of pain that was created at that time for you and others. So it is ready to heal in this lifetime, and something you have come to heal. And you have the power to heal it and the opportunity. Healing this will bring the message of hope and belief in your abilities in a new and different way. This is the potential of the healing. I connected to it. I just see in my spiritual eye. It's just like a really cloudy, dense, darker energy, darker color energy. So do you have like tingling pain in your feet sometimes?
I do, but I think that's related to. But yes,
You think what?
I do. I think it's related as well. I have some nerve stuff that goes down both legs. But
yeah. So I'm seeing that it could be another thing but this is like adding to that. I'm seeing that it's blocking that the chi, the energy is being blocked in that, and it's actually restricting all kinds of things happening for you and creating more pain in your legs. And this is related to, what has created this information in your DNA as well. What we were talking about. Okay. Yeah, so it carries that message of, pain and a little bit of struggle and kind of the fight also. Um, it can be emotionally charged, um, as well. I see, like, the frustration and the different things happening. So really, seeing that this has affected the fire element, which is, the heart, the, joy, anxiety, your blood, small intestine, and also your wood element and your metal element. So that's a lot of things being affected by this. So the wood element is that frustration and anger you were kind of relating to earlier, as well as like your liver and your tendons and your eyes and your all those things. And then I was also seeing in your metal element, it's that grief and sadness level, actually. And that's what's mostly being affected in that element, is what I see.
Okay. Yeah.
How's that reading feel?
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
My father just passed away too, so the
Mm,
very thick recently. So
and you know what else is connected to the grief? The metal element. I know you're into the elements of Chinese medicine, right? The sinuses,
yeah.
the nose, yeah, the lungs, the skin, the large intestine, all of those things.
Right.
Okay, so let's do a little forgiveness practice. So, forgiveness practice, are you up for that? Okay. So, forgiveness practice, because of the nature and some of the things we received related to that could be contributing to the source of this injury and pain for Pepique, is to do a forgiveness practice. So, really, what this is a self healing tool. So, what we do when we do this forgiveness practice, and I'm going to guide everybody can do this, we're going to guide everyone through this. I do this practice every day because it brings me so much peace, and it is amazing what it has created transformation for. And it also, as a healer, helps me keep up with like just clearing myself of the different things that happen in my human existence, the things that I have negativity about, the things that maybe I do that aren't in alignment or, as I go through my journey. So, we're going to focus on this related to specifically your injury. And so, anyone out there who has a health challenge or an injury or anything at all, you can use this practice um, to 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 focus on a specific area where you're having challenges with. Okay. And really what it is actually is releasing the information that is tying you to whatever is creating this pain, right? Whatever is creating this pain, this lesson, the things we have to heal, the things we are here to learn, and really releasing that information and receiving the wisdom that's there in that release. And the wisdom is also part of the healing. Okay, so you can close your eyes if you'd like. I like to put one hand on my lower abdomen and one hand on either my heart center or my heart. For you, Pepique, it might be nice to do your heart center since your lungs are kind of there too. Yeah. And you can repeat silently in your heart. So let's go ahead and make the connection to the source, whatever that is for you. And visualize this source light, kind of like the beautiful sun, just radiating on your being, connecting you deeply to this moment. And we'll just say, Dear all souls, everyone and everything, who my ancestors and I have created any negative information, energy, circumstance, or matter for in any way, in any lifetime. I deeply, oh, including related to the root cause of, and on Pepique, you'll say my left groin injury, pain. For the rest of you can say related to my depression, my anxiety, the pain in my shoulder. I deeply apologize for the hurt and the harm that me and my ancestors have caused. And for any time I did not offer you enough love and compassion. I humbly ask for forgiveness. Please forgive me. And take this moment to just kind of really softly open your heart and receive that forgiveness that's here. Really, on the soul level, we all really do want to forgive and release that interference. And to those who are not ready to forgive at this time, we understand. We'll continue to do. Now we're going to offer forgiveness. So I offer my unconditional forgiveness to all souls who have created negative information, energy, and matter for me and my ancestors in this way. I forgive you unconditionally. Please receive this forgiveness. And now we forgive ourselves. So I forgive myself for mistakes that I have made in any lifetime, including those related to, you state your condition. I love myself. I forgive myself unconditionally. You know, we make mistakes, we learn, we grow. This is just all part of it. So I give you, visualize the beautiful light radiating from your heart. You forgive me. Receive, like visualize your heart like a flower opening up and really receiving that forgiveness. Bring love, peace, and harmony. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Stay in this space. Visualize this beautiful source, light, and forgiveness radiating out to all souls. Radiate into your being. Releasing, nourishing, transforming. I forgive you. You forgive me. Bring love, peace, and harmony. Now I'm going to offer a blessing A blessing for the forgiveness for Pepique for this condition. And also for the healing of his left groin. And also for the root cause of the sinus infection as well. Lots of healing today, as appropriate. I'm just going to sing a little bit as I offer the blessing. So, blessing starts. Blessing continues silently. What I can see as the blessing continues in my spiritual eye is so much light coming into that area, also the kidneys, the lungs, the whole groin area, digestive system. It's like these tiny flowers of light just floating down into those areas. There is forgiveness happening. I can see negative information, energy being released. So Pepique, just continue to visualize the light in that area, to hold that forgiveness in your heart. Oh, how this means perfect. Get well. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So we'll give Pepique just a moment to be with himself, to honor that, to slowly kind of move around when you feel ready. What the Tao Hands transmission does is it actually turns on and radiates and delivers that source positive information, frequency, and vibration, which will uplift the vibrational field of Pepique's condition, the root cause of the condition, releasing the negative information that's connected to it and creating the upliftment of that. So that I realized I didn't explain how it worked before, so I just wanted to gently say that to everybody. And we'll check in with you and just see anything you want to share about that experience or how you're feeling. I also didn't ask you to measure it before, which is fine. But if you have any reflection on that, that would be great.
I definitely took that. I knew, at least off camera, had asked me to measure at the beginning, sort of that. So I guess first and secondly, I want to say that just full opportunity to connect inward and invite a lot of light in. I think that what I did notice immediately felt like there was more blood flow going to my legs. So that is tending to be blocked there right around that abdominal floor area. And, you know, I feel like my legs were kind of cold, tingling a bit. And I did notice that sensation went away. If my groin hurts until I get up and try to move, but some energy flow happening there. And then also in this area too, I noticed a bit of a feeling of opening, a bit of post-nasal drip kind of release, and that energy was coming down. I could really, it almost felt like a internal massage, just kind of a very gentle feeling. I could really feel that through. So that's what I noticed.
You sound different, I feel like.
When you were in the beginning, when you were talking about the throat and your communication, it was actually a little bit before the blood. I took an opportunity to check in with myself and mirror that release energy. I too have had communication. I'm a vocalist. I'm a singer in a band, and I've kind of struggled with blockage. It happened kind of organically in the beginning, so that's helping with this whole flow here with sinus to lung connection as well. So
beautiful. Do you want to get up and walk around?
Yeah, I can do that. Usually it's like rushing up pretty quickly.
Well, we'll see if you just notice. I mean, moving around is great, because what you were describing is we transformed and changed the information, the message on the soul level. So what happens when we do that is the energy can flow. And what happens when the energy flows is blood flows. So it's that whole stream of all the things in the transformation. So if you're already experiencing the blood flowing and the shifts in that physically, that's amazing. Congratulations.
Yeah, and there's no sharp pain when I stood up. It is an intermittent thing, but a lot of the time, especially when I'm sitting, this is my work chair, get up, and I struggle from this chair to standing. So that is
you didn't experience that.
Yeah. Talia, you have a cameo on our video.
Hi. Hi. We're bringing you into the field.
Recording. Just a second.
Well, perfect. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. But yeah, I didn't notice any pain when that was happening. I think that that flow of energy that's there, it just feels really nice. Like I feel like that's closed off a lot, and it seems to have opened.
Beautiful. We're going to check in with you, and you'll have to keep us posted. But I feel so happy for you that you're experiencing even a little bit of shift and notice even a little bit of a difference. And as you continue, you said it's intermittent. So as you continue to move on with your life, you can kind of check in and see. The guidance I did receive, if you're comfortable to really get the optimal results out of the healing that we're participating in today. And thank you everybody for sending lots of love and everything for this healing. Is if you can do the forgiveness practice daily, really as much as you feel guided to, but I would at least do it a couple times. If you can add it to like maybe a half an hour, and even just being in that mantra of I forgive you, you forgive me, and visualizing that, because this is connected to your ancestors and the land and like so many things, so if we really focus on really bringing that healing and self-healing and self-clearing, it can really, really, because the Tao Hands Blessing will continue to work, and the light and everything you've received, you will continue to receive it, because it is of you, also. So you'll just continue to connect to that. And the more that you can kind of do the daily forgiveness practice and stuff, it could really, really, really help. So I know we kind of went over on time. I apologize. And we know for next time, I just felt it was important to give a nice, good introduction. I'm so happy that already you're feeling a little bit of a shift. I feel like you look a little different also. A little light. I could just see your light a little bit more. Yeah. And this is what happens when we kind of wipe the window, It's like, oh, there's so much light going through. Is there anything else you want to share?
Really, I think just expressing some gratitude for and giving their energy and then also and to source, and I'm very grateful to receive for usually on the receiving side of this exercise. So it's nice to be there, and I have a lot of gratitude.
Oh, I and everyone who's watching this, I'm so happy that you were able to receive this today. I definitely know how that goes. So let's take a moment to thank, just however you in the audience want to express any kind of gratitude. It's always good when we collectively express gratitude for anything in our life. Take a moment to thank Source, however you connect to that. And I'm going to thank the Tao Hands and my teacher and creator of Tao Hands, or receiver of Tao Hands. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I feel the shift just from doing that together. Well, thank you so much. Again, anyone who wants to check out all the goodness that Pepique is bringing into the world and more, you can go to onthelighternote.com and check it out. Make a donation if you feel called to. Maybe share that resource with someone, or even take advantage of it for yourself. So thank you so much for joining us. We'll arrange a time. We are going to connect again and see where you're at, and even move forward and see how else we can support you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, everyone, for joining our very first episode of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful healing power episode. I'm so grateful to you and to Pepique for coming and joining and participating. Collectively, we can heal together. And I will continue to come on and have these little sessions. If you would like to receive support and maybe be on camera and receive healing, you can email me at soullightpetservices.com to check at gmail.com to check out If you're wanting to connect privately and receive any services from me, you can go to soullightpetservices.org and just do a private session. Most of my pet sessions are on there, but I do also work with people. And I'm happy to support you in any way that I can. So until next time, be well, live well, and shine your light. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.